Let's return to the National Assembly, where senators asked the Central Bank of Nigeria to considerably adjust its recently announced cash withdrawal limits in response to the public outcry against the new policy. I'm joined now by Senate Spokesperson, Senator Ajibola Basiru, for more on this development. Senator Basiru, let's begin by understanding the working relationship currently guarded or currently represented by the law, particularly when you consider the CBN Act of 2007. Is this the Senate appealing to CBN, and how optimistic are you that all of these decisions are going to be implemented by the central bank?
Yes, by the law that is enacted by the National Assembly, the CBN has the power in relation to fiscal monetary policies. And in that regard, the circular that they have issued could be said definitely, to be, in line. But as a lawmaking body established to make law for the good government, of the country, and of course, as a representative of the Nigerian people, we cannot be oblivious of the outcry of the public as to the recent circular by the CBN pegging the cash withdrawal to 100,000 and 20,000 per day or per week for POS withdrawal. And it is in this light that the Senate mandated the Committee on the Banking, Insurance and Financial Institutions, headed by Senator Basiru of Kaduna State, and the report was presented today. While the committee was able to look at it from historical perspective about the introduction of the cashless policy about a decade ago, and of course the advantages that will accrue to the country, the committee is also of the view that in view of the outcry by the public and in view of submission by members, by senators, particularly in view of the people in the farmer sector and those in the rural area, it is fair there's a need for a committee to constructively engage the CBN with a view to agree to upward reviewer of the threshold of the implementation of the cashless policy. I think that's the highlight of what transpired at the plenary of the Senate today.
Let's take a look at some of the reactions to this. One of your colleagues have mentioned that, for instance, the POS has taken some graduates off the streets, and the possibility of all of these new measures taken by the central bank turning many engaged young people and making them unemployed, becoming some sort of a reality. Yes, indeed. But I'd like us to also take a look at the political reaction. For instance, the Adamawa State governor is calling this a target at the political class. How relevant would you say that is?
I think it would be with respect to the governor of Adamawa State to say that the policy is targeting any political class. The policy, at the best, is neutral because all politicians, will be affected, assuming it will affect any, politician. It's not targeted at any political party. But in terms of argument for upward consideration of the threshold, one of the arguments canvassed by the civil senators today was as regard the 1.4 million, about 4.4 million POS operators in the country who have also written to the National Assembly that the policy should be examined so that they would not be thrown into the unemployment market. And of course, the consideration is also for daily workers, particularly those that work in the farms in the urban and in areas where they collect daily wage. If you want to peg the daily threshold or weekly threshold to 100,000, it would definitely affect those categories of Nigerians, and there are quite sizable number of them. So I think it is more plausible to talk of argument as to the hardship it may occur to ordinary Nigerians, as to those that will be thrown into unemployment market, rather than reduction of the policy to a kind of political consideration as what's to be done by some other political party. The interest of the country and the sanity of the financial system far supersede any political consideration.
Indeed. So the benefits of a cashless economy is numerous. The concern, however, for many Nigerians is how seamless online transactions have been. For instance, when you have a declined transaction, how quickly do you get your monies refunded in a cashless economy? How involved is the Senate in ensuring that all of these are fine-tuned as we count down to these policies being enacted?
Part of the recommendations of the Senate Committee on Banking, Insurance and Finance, which was adopted today, has to do with constructive engagement by the committee in terms of oversighting the CBN and ensuring seamless implementation of the policy. It must be put aright that the Senate is not opposed to developing a cashless economy. And in fact, some of the benefits in terms of development of online financial platform from Nigeria has been highlighted as one of the benefits of cashless economy. Of course, it will also have impact in the area of security and in the area of even stabilizing the Nigerians and the foreign exchange and the transaction. But be that as it may, our concern is about the threshold and ensuring that implementation does not unnecessarily hurt the vulnerable members of the Nigerian society.
So we're hoping that the CBN will take a look at what the Senate is asking for as we count down to 9th of January. And we're hopeful that
definitely
these figures will be reviewed
so.
upwards. Senate Spokesperson, Senator Ajibola Basiru, thank you so much for talking to us on the news tonight.
It's nice being here with you. Thank you very much.